Welcome, welcome, my crafty friends. This is lamascreationsdiy. My name is Tammy. Today I'm participating in Crafted by Corey's mini challenge. It's a spring Easter theme. Her link, along with the playlist link, will be in the description box below. Let's start crafting. So I'm starting out with 6 different colors of felt. Nice spring Eastery colors. First, what I'm going to do is take the one felt, draw on an egg, fold it in half, and then cut it out. And that way I have 2 pieces. And I'm going to do the exact same thing to all the other 5 pieces of felt. Then, taking some different colors of foam, I'm going to, again, draw on an egg, but a smaller version. And you only need 1 per foam, and I'm going to cut those out. And again, I'm going to do it on all the other foam pieces. Now, taking those little foam eggs, we're going to glue it on top of one of the felt eggs, just like so. And you can mix up your colors any way which you like. This is the way I liked it. Just using some hot glue, gluing the little egg on top of the felt. Then, taking some hot glue, we're going to glue the one side just along the edge, making sure it sticks together. And then we're going to glue up just a little bit, leaving an opening. And you're going to do this to all 6 eggs. Here I am again, gluing the end, turning it around, going up just a little bit, leaving an opening. Now, taking some stuffing, we're going to stuff all the eggs. You can stuff it as full as you want, not as full as you want, any way you like. And then we're going to take some hot glue and close up that end. And again, doing that to all 6 eggs. Taking some lettering that I got from Dollarama. I'm going to use the stickers and just place them on top of the little foam egg, spelling out Easter. They stick pretty good to the foam, so I wasn't worried about having to glue them or anything. Now, taking this pretty flower ribbon, I'm going to space out the eggs, spelling Easter, and glue them all onto the ribbon. And when you're done that, you have this cute little Easter ribbon banner. Next craft. Taking some clothespins, I'm going to take them all apart, and then mixing some brown and some orange paint together, we're going to paint all the clothespins. I just paint the top, the bumpy part of the top, and the sides. I don't worry about the back. Pretty easy stuff. Then, taking one of the sticks, I'm going to glue a little piece of greenery on top, just with some hot glue. Add some hot glue along the back of it, put another on top. And then I'm going to take 2 others and glue them to the sides. You can do as many of these as you want. I did a total of 5. And there you got a chunky little carrot. Now, taking 2 of the carrots, I'm going to glue them together. Again, just using hot glue. And then I'm going to take the 3rd one and glue it on top. And I do it on a kind of a little angle. Taking some jute rope, I'm going to glue it to the back. Wrap it around the carrots, and then glue it off. And I do the same to the other 2. Taking this pretty, it's like an iridescent greeny blue, I'm going to make just a simple shoestring bow, little itty bitty tiny one. Cut it off, and I'm going to glue it onto the jute rope that's wrapped around the carrots, and I do both. Now, taking some of these sparkly eggs, I'm going to paint 2 blue, and then I paint the other 2 green. I just wasn't fond of the sparkly for this project, but it makes a nice texture on the eggs after it's painted, so I like that part. Now, taking some tumbling tower blocks, I'm going to glue 3 side by side. And then the 4th one, I'm going to glue along the side of the 3. Then you're going to take 4 more and put them on the corners, angling them as best as you can and keeping them as close and straight across as you can. I don't know how to say that. and we're going to hot glue them on. And I'm going to continue this all the way up until I feel that it's big enough. Again, doing it on the corners and then hot gluing it on. I got this idea from Kathy Jo, YouTuber on Kathy Jo. I will have her link to her channel down below as well, so you can see how she did hers. And you just continue until as high as you want. Sticking them on the corners on an angle and just continuing to glue them down. And this is what it looks like so far. Cute little basket. Now, taking some burnt umber acrylic paint, I'm going to paint the entire thing. It's not a hard thing to paint, but there's a lot of little nooks and crannies that you got to get into and underneath. Taking some, this is sisal rope, I'm going to, on a side of one of the pieces, hot glue it in place. And then I'm going to wrap it up and around one of the tumbling tower blocks without burning myself, which I did many, many times. And glue and hold it into place. And I do the same thing on the other side. And you got a cute little handle for the basket. Taking the eggs that we painted, I'm going to stick them in between the tumbling tower blocks on the top, just in those open spaces, just to finish it off a bit. And then I have some raffia. I'm going to wrap it up, kind of squish it up, stick it into the bottom of the basket. And I give it a bit of a haircut because there was a few that were a little too out of the world for me, scringling all over the place. And then we take our carrots, lay them in the basket. And then I thought, oh, it needs something else. So I took a piece of a little wood piece that I had just sitting around. Wrote on it carrots, 5 cents. Just with my Sharpie. And then taking some burnt umber paint, I'm going to just go in from the edges just to distress it just a little bit, because the wood was a little too bright for me. And then we're going to hot glue it onto the basket, anywhere you want. I decided right there on the front. When you're done that, little basket is complete. I found this at Dollarama, cute little dresser. It was missing a knob. It's probably in my stash somewhere. So I figured I should take all the rest off. And here I'm trying hard with my little scraper to get under there and get it off. And then I realized, well, let's try my hand. And poop, come off really easy. All that struggle, I just had to pluck it off with my hand. I'm going to paint the entire little dresser with this, I think it's called violet purple paint, acrylic paint. I do all the sides, top, bottom, back, front, everywhere with this paint. And then the drawers, I'm going to paint those yellow with just yellow acrylic paint. The dresser I gave 2 coats. The drawers I had to give like 4 just to make it a nice yellow, bright yellow. Then taking some more of those shimmery eggs, I'm going to, I think I do 4 blue, and I do 3 in a sheepskin chalk paint. And then I take 4 purple beads that I got from CoBeads. Going to use those as a little drawer pulls. Taking some Spanish moss, we're going to stick just a little bit in all the drawers. You can put as little or as much as you want. I had to take some out here and there because it was too full. And then taking those eggs, we're going to place them in the drawers. Using my fingers just to move the Spanish moss around so the eggs sit in there nicely. And you can put them in all the drawers. You can put them in some of the drawers. I put some in both the big drawers and one in the little tiny drawer. Taking the leftover Spanish moss, I'm going to squish it around, hot glue it to the top of the little dresser. And then I got this cute little orange bird. We're going to hot glue him on top of the dresser. And when you're done that, this little dresser is complete. I have this frame. I took the backing and everything out of it. I'm going to paint the entire frame because it was all black. I'm going to paint it with the sheepskin folk art chalk paint. the entire thing, and then we're going to go over in purple. If I would have just done the purple first, I think it would have taken more coats. So I did the white first as a base and then the purple on top, which helps it pop a little better. And again, we're going to paint the entire thing purple. Then taking the backing to the frame, taking off the little hanger, I'm going to, with this cardstock, scrapbooking paper, I'm going to line it up on the back. With a pencil, I'm going to draw a line and trim it off with my scissors. And then, because it wasn't quite wide enough, I took another one, lined up the words so that they looked good enough, scored it with my finger and my nail, and then trimmed off that piece. And then I've seen so many people use glue sticks to glue on their scrapbooking paper onto things, and I thought I'm going to give it a try because it's sometimes using Mod Podge it gets really wet and wrinkly, so I thought let's give this glue stick a try. I did have to go over it a couple times, but you'll see, it works. I was so happy it worked. I just lined it up on the back, glued it down, and then I glued the other piece down as well. Trimming it up with my scissors, because there was a little bit hanging over. Then we're going to put the backing back into the frame. I'm going to use a little bit of hot glue on the edges just to help hold it in there, and then I push the little tabbies down. I put the little hanger back in there, but you don't really have to if you don't want to, because it also shows at the top. Taking a very thin jute string, I'm going to measure it off, cut it off, and then we're going to glue the corners, glue the ends into both the corners, just with some hot glue. And then taking these cute little bunnies that are on little clothespins, I'm going to use 3, place them on the string, and then glue them down into place. Cute little bunny banner. And then this is, it's like a vase filler, little, they call them glass pieces, but I don't think they're glass. And then I fill some of that in there, and then I take some of these sparkly eggs. I didn't paint these ones. I place in a bunch, however many you want. And then using some E6000, I'm going to go around the edge of the frame. And I use E6000 rather than glue because I really want this glass to stay on. Taking the glass to the frame, we're going to squish it on, place it and even it as much as possible, and then wipe off any extra glue that is seeping out on the sides. I just use my fingers. And then I put it aside and put something heavy on it to keep it and let it set for a bit. Taking this pretty lacy ribbon, I'm going to wrap it around my fingers twice, make a double loop finger bow, tightening it up in the center, spreading out my little bows, and we're going to hot glue it right into the corner. And this little cute frame is done. Now I've got 6 beads, all ranging in size. I'm going to paint all 6 with this mixture of orange and brown acrylic paint. I just have them on a skewer stick and just painting away. Then using some of these really pretty beads in this very fine thread, because it's the only thread I could find that would fit in the holes of these beads. And I use a needle. I'm going to thread on 2 clear, 1 brown, 2 clear, 1 brown, and I'm going to continue until as long as I want it. And I got these beads from CoBeads as well. And you can go for as long as you want, as short as you want. That's totally up to you. You do you. Now taking a piece of wood and some jute rope, I'm going to wrap it around the wood about 20 times. I take some nylon white rope, wrap that around, a couple extra pieces of ribbon that I had, some blue ribbon, wrap it around. Then we're going to thread that thread through, bring it to the top, tie it in a double knot at the top, clip it off. And then one of my ribbons came loose, so I just cut that off too. And then using some more jute rope, I'm going to about 1/4 of an inch down, 1/2 an inch down, tie it in a double knot with a little glue, wrap it around a couple thousand times, hot glue it, to itself, trim it off, cut the loops open, and then give the tassel a haircut. Then we're going to string on our orange beads that we painted from largest to smallest. Then I take a little tag, paint it with the burnt umber paint, rub it off with a cloth because I didn't want to wait for it to dry. With my orange paint marker, I write carrots 5 cents on one side, Happy Easter on the other. And then we're going to attach that to the other end of this beaded garland, just with a double knot. Then I have some little greenery. I'm going to hot glue it into the top biggest bead with these cute little baby's breath in the middle. And when you're done that, this garland is done. I found this handkerchief in my stash. I got a bunch of handkerchiefs and stuff that are really cool colors. I'm going to take some stuffing, put it in the middle of a little spot, scrunch it up, and then cut off the extra. Then taking some decorative rocks, I'm going to put it on the bottom. Taking some of that stuffing again, putting it on top, adding more if I needed it. And then I'm going to tie it off with a little tiny elastic on top. Then, taking some hot glue, I'm going to, because the parts that were sticking out were kind of all over the place, so I took some hot glue and wrapped them around, making them look a little better. Excuse me. Then I take some more jute rope, tie it around the part where we put the elastic, wrap it around a couple times, tie it in a couple knots with a little bit of hot glue in between so we can cover up that elastic. Now, taking the same jute rope, I'm going to make a single or a double loop finger bow. And we're going to glue that. Oops, sorry, I kicked something. We're going to glue that right in the front on top of the other jute rope that we wrapped there. Then I have this cute little orange bead that I also got from CoBeads. Going to glue it on as his nose. And then this little bit of fur, we're going to glue it around. And when you're done that, this cute little gnome buddy is done. Isn't he cute? I love him. He's cute. I like him. And here is everything on my tier tray. Nice and Eastery, bright colors. I love Easter, and I love it because it means spring is coming and just nice weather is coming, and I can't wait. We've got snowbanks. You look out the window and you can't even see anything. It's a snowbank. I don't like that. I would like to thank Corey for hosting these mini challenges. It's always so fun making mini things. Like I said before, her channel link along with the playlist link will be listed in the description box down below. I hope you go and check everybody out making all their little mini things. I would like to thank everybody for watching. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, like this video, and don't forget to hit that bell. Have a wonderful Friday. We'll see you again next time. Bye.